Ready. Yeah, Kusogrand8, bad video game tournament. Guess what? The games sound a lot like this game and look a lot like this game sounds. Trust me on that. I don't think we need too much more. The big question, though, with this round is, but why? The games chosen have been specifically for games that are a little bit odder, a little bit weirder. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad, but either way, you're left asking, why was this made? And let's go ahead and go over to the game reveal then. Hey, we still have the dog. That's pretty cool and all. Well, everybody, I will let you know that we've got our GM here. Who is it? The ever-formidable Donkey Clonk. That is the wrong Donkey Clonk. This is... okay. Just a second. Just because it's an animated GIF, I have to jump through a few different hoops. Hello there, Donkey Clonk. How you doing? Hey, hope you're doing well. Are you there? I'm not hearing you. Donkey Clonk, are you there? Donkey Clonk. Donkey Clonk.
I was here, but my Discord switched the audio inputs.
Ah, of course. Welcome to Discord. Hey, how you doing?
Okay.
Oh, good. Good. I'm glad that we've got chaotic urban Yeti music playing here, but I think we're ready for your game. So this is the ... but what? But why? Category, which are sometimes actually fun games, sometimes actually good games, but the biggest question is, why was this made? What do you have for us today?
So the Commodore 64 and Amiga were pretty much a wild anarchy where anyone could publish anything. You didn't have a Nintendo stamp of approval. So people could make games with concepts such as this one, where you're playing as an anthropomorphic virus trying to infect your host body. This is Gerry the Germ for C64.
Yeah, I have been warned not to read anything out loud from the manual until I have read it in my head. If I happen to make a mistake there, Donkey Clonk, you can yell at me. You can at least make fun of me, okay? But I will try not to. Just so you know, we've got an hour of Gerry the Germ. Whoever makes the most progress will take the victory. Whoever falls behind will, unfortunately, go to the loser's bracket. Nobody's getting eliminated due to this round. Come on, it's Gerry. He's a good germ. At least, I don't know. Germs are kind of required for existence. I'd say, like, do you have a favorite germ, Donkey Clonk? What am I even talking about? My God.
Well, this one is definitely described as a disease in the manual.
Okay, so not my favorite. Some gut bacteria. Those are kind of good. They help us digest stuff. They're not too gross. Sometimes we need more of them so that our stomach is not as tortured as it possibly could be. Well, here we go. Gerry the Germ. Look at this cute little demon. Made by...
Yeah, it's kind of the C64 mantra. At least the music is good.
Oh, yeah. I'm a huge fan of C64 music. That makes me happy. Oh, we've got a virologist in chat? Wait, Toasty Stowe, are you a virologist? Well, that's cool. I'm glad that you helped, like, take pictures of this germ for us. That way we could have the title screen. Well, that's fun. No, honestly, really cool. Okay, I'm gonna let them... I'm ready. Just so that we can get started. Oh, it's Gerry the Germ. Yeah, I think it's Gerry the Germ. Whatever. Gerry, Gerry, they're all good. Okay, just waiting for Bendy Human, and there we go! It is time for us to start the match, so best of luck to the players. Donkey Kong, what would be good emotes to spam? Obviously anything germ-like.
Well, this game is pretty much a fast joke that was sold for £8.99, so...
Farts!
Yeah, farts.
Spam your farts, everybody! Anything that looks like a fart. As soon as I see movement in the first stage, I will start a timer. There we go! Farts and butts and butts and farts and fart butts and... Okay. Well, everybody, we had Bendy Human already reset. That's okay. Bendy Human will be jumping back into this, hopefully. There we go.
Yeah, I gave players a save state so they can skip the C64 loading.
Good.
So on this screen, you have to collect the oxygen canisters, and your movement in this screen is quite restricted. You cannot ever stop, and you cannot ever go diagonal.
Oh. But what if I want to?
Well, the game isn't letting you.
Dang it. Okay, fine. Game devs? Actually, then again, the game that I made, you can't go diagonal either. But that's a puzzle game. It's sort of understood. It's not whatever this is. Okay, so yeah, we're having another reset from Bendy Human. And, flashing lights warning. There's probably going to be more of that, is what I would guess.
Yeah, there's a bit of flashing in this game whenever you complete a level.
Yeah.
And Okami goes on to level 2.
Very nice. So we've got Gerry the Germ here. What are the players trying to do?
Bendy Human is on level 1, where you're trying to collect oxygen canisters, and Okami is on level 2, where you're trying to collect beans, and beans do not spawn generally in places where you can reach them.
Okay. Is there an easy way on the screen to tell what level they're on, or is it just you've seen the levels enough that you know?
I've seen the levels enough, but there are only 5 levels, and Okami collected one bean fairly recently. And because the spawn locations are random, it's frustrating.
Okay, Bendy Human keeps going to the island. What's at the island?
So the bladder is level 0. When you die in level 1 or level 2, you go to level 0. And you can go back to where you came from, which is important if you die and go to the bladder from level 2.
Okay.
So if you go to level 2 and you die, you go to the bladder, and if you complete the bladder, you go back to level 2. But if you die in the bladder, you go to level 1.
Oh no.
Yeah, this is a game where if you die, then you go to the previous level,
okay,
which is immensely frustrating.
Yeah, that's like Escape from Atlantis. The minigame in that one, you had to avoid the Grim Reaper and collect the heart. But in this one, yeah, it appears you go to the bladder and then hopefully survive the bladder.
Escape to Atlantis is an apt comparison, yes.
Well, I mean, considering that the players are just trying to figure out what to do on each level as they get there, it makes sense. Just so you know, we have multiple referees who are helping to track this match, seeing how far the players have made it. The referees for this match are Blast Infectious. Oh no, not Electa the Germ. Ew. Redford is exploring the mythical robotic pancreas, and Linkura is collecting beans. Yeah, good. Gotta get those beans. Yeah, this music is a jam.
As has been mentioned in chat, this is from one of the maestros of C64, Rob Hubbard.
Yeah. Uh-oh, Bendy is in the bladder.
Yes, and oh no, if Bendy had completed the bladder, he would have gone back to level 2. But now Bendy is back to level 1.
I see that the icon on the bottom right of the screen looks very sad for Bendy.
Yeah, this game has a lot of screen real estate invested in telling you what the name of the game is, but nothing on the bottom half of the screen is useful.
Wait, really? I mean, you've got the time on the right side.
Yeah, that might be... That's like an in-game timer if you were speedrunning this, but the game has no time limit that I am aware of.
Okay, are there lives?
No, if you die, you go back one level.
Okay. And the picture of the germ on the bottom right doesn't mean anything.
Again, not that I'm aware of. And you see on Orkami that the beans that you're supposed to collect, they move, and they move at the same speed of you. So if they spawn in the wrong place, then you can't catch up to them.
Yeah.
So this is like a collectathon where the items you're supposed to collect run away from you.
Now, with that said, both of the players have made it to level 2. I will be putting, Okami onto level 3.
Yes, and this is a platformer where the platforms... where, like, 1/4 of the screen is what you're actually playing.
Okay, Bendy is trying to row the boat, but unfortunately getting set back to level 1. I assume as soon as Bendy figures out how to do the bladder, it'll be a little easier to navigate. Now, what is level 3 supposed to be? Where are we?
This is supposed to be the stomach.
Okay, I thought so. I don't know how I thought so, but I did. Oh, Sugar Cube, watch out, Okami! Oh, Sugar Cube walked Okami and sent...
If you hit any of the food while going down, then you go back to the upper right, and you can hit enemies on that path. This is some extremely precise platforming. And Okami might complete this game in 10 minutes, which is fine, because this is the last level of the last game of...
Yeah, last game of the day, y'all. This is Kusogrand8. We can all go take a break after I played a very infuriating word puzzle. Although I want to play more of that game, Donkey Clonk. I don't know what it is about Mac and old games, but I love them. Okay, Bendy trying to figure out how to get through this, but the horse appears in this ocean. Is the horse bad? Yeah, horse is bad. How do you deal with that? It travels faster than you.
You're supposed to hold down the fire button, and you lose...
Okay, you hold down the fire button. Good to know.
So Okami is on level 5, and here you have the archer, which is trying to fire arrows at you, and you have to... And this is almost impossible. Make the archer fire so that the arrow bounces off another enemy and into the heart.
By the way, I'm going to be risking a little bit because I do need to share some of the lore. If I miss any innuendos or anything in here, apologies, the children won't understand, and that's for the best. But I will do my best to not be too lewd. So here we go. Gerry the Germ, the game. Gerry the Germ has again failed his stinkploma and has been expelled from the Institute of Infectology. Filled with indignation, he sets out to win the coveted title of Virulent Virus of the Year, and so prove himself to the rest of Germ Society. Having found an unsuspecting victim, he must cause as much damage as possible, working his way to the heart. They're causing a massive coronary. Yeah, there you go. We are trying to cause a heart attack. That is the goal of the game. That's a little messed up. Good for Gerry, though.
Yeah,
Gerry.
this is
He's doing his due.
but why for a reason?
I kind of love it. So in the lungs, yeah, you start in the lungs. You need to collect the oxygen bottles produced by red blood cells. Take care to avoid these and white blood cells. Fail, and it's off to the bladder. It also calls the lungs the lungaroo. Kidneys are the kidney. Again, be careful to avoid red and white blood cells, as well as the toilet attendant and the plunger. To successfully exit, you need to eat enough wacky kidney beans to visit the loo. Bladder. Yeah, the hint is attack the bull by holding the fire button when you are not holding the toilet paper. So you're not allowed to pick up the toilet paper when you're fighting the bull.
Yeah, and if you don't hold on to the toilet paper, then your boat sinks.
Uh-oh. Can you let go of the toilet paper?
Yes, and you have to, otherwise you cannot, otherwise you get drowned by the bull.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, so you're balancing fighting the bull and getting the toilet paper. Okay, after that was stomach. A bottle of acid is required to dissolve the aspirin guarding the exit. Tapeworms, gas pockets, and healthy food will be a nuisance. The deflection of junk food helps. Well, that's good. Are we in the pancreas for Okami?
No, this is the last level. This is the heart, and I think Okami has got 2 hits on the heart already. So the train level, the pancreas, it doesn't work, so I had to let players skip it entirely.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah, so in that, like, the idea is that you're supposed to throw coal at the driver and provoke him into a fight with the engineer. With the heart, though, use the television to deflect an arrow onto the heart and cause a coronary. Be careful to avoid the arrow yourself and dodge the menacing bodyguards, or you will be in the drink, where health can only be on the end of a spring. Okay, so it looks like, yeah, Okami is trying, but unfortunately got knocked down off the bridge. Okay.
Yeah, this is a level where the player has so little agency in what happens, because the archer moves around randomly. He shoots arrows whenever that archer wants to, and you really have no agency over whether you do damage or not.
Oh, there we go. Okay, the heart is no longer being defended, I think.
Yeah, I was a bit concerned about this because there is no long play of this because level 4 doesn't work, so Okami might complete this game in 15 minutes.
I mean, that's fine. That's how things go sometimes.
Yeah, that's why I picked this for a match which was the last of the day.
Okay, so while the heart is exposed, do we still need to get shoot it with more arrows?
I have no idea. There's no long play over this.
Okay. Well, we'll find out in a second, everybody. Maybe... Okay, yep, the TV still bounces arrows, so... This is nightmare fuel. This is gonna be so hard. I imagine it's doable, but we gotta get the TV over to the right. Unless the arrows bounce off of other enemies. No, just the TV. That's right.
Yeah, this is another example of how the player doesn't have any agency.
We're back to the train. Okay. And the train, this is the pancreas, right?
Yes, and the joke is that one of the main train stations in London is called St. Pancras. No E, St. Pancras.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it looks like Okami beat it.
No, Okami's back to level 5 again and has to do all the 3 hits again.
Well, yeah, Okami beat the pancreas and got back to the heart.
Yes, and Okami has the heart exposed and is and was one hit away from beating the game.
Yeah, gotta get Archer Dude to shoot the TV. Come on. Oh, a little low. That's okay. Archer Dude, he's trying his best. Okay. Wow. This sucks. Complimentary. I kind of love this. Okay. Okami just trying to land a few more hits. It looks like Bendy Human is onto the stomach as well. Yeah, just gotta avoid the healthy food. Junk food is fine. Not sure if snakes count as healthy or junk.
So the snake is an enemy, and this is how things are happening from Bandy Human is how I expected this game to go, because it is so immensely frustrating. The hitbox of everything is the entire sprite.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Every time you get hit, you go back one level.
Honestly, like, there's a lot going on in here. I love how experimental this game is. It's very weird. Ooh, Okami almost getting another hit on the heart. Come on. Come on, Arrow. Ugh. Using the body to fight itself. Pro germ strats. Come on. I mean, that's how viruses work, right? We've got the virologist in chat. Yeah, if you could push the TV a little bit to the left, that would definitely help. So, pro strat, if you have a TV in your heart, remove it. Otherwise, Gerry the Germ might get you. Or Gerry the Germ, sorry. And yeah, so you know, the full title is Gerry the Germ Goes Body Poppin'. He's got to get his Stinkploma, so he's got to go do some killing. That's just how it works for germs. The developers for this, MD Software, also made other games like Last Ninja 2, Back with a Vengeance. Yep, about that. Not a whole lot. However, the director for this... Oh, wait, let me take a look. Because it was made for ZX Spectrum and then converted over to Commodore 64. The person who made the director for the ZX Spectrum version, you know, who essentially created the idea, he, Mevlut Dink, has worked on other games like the various Last Ninja games. There are a lot of Last Ninja games for it being the last one. Second Samurai, which we've had. And First Samurai. Okay, okay. I love First Samurai. Oh no, my sword. It's a good one. However, the conversion over to Commodore 64 was done by Edwin Rayner, with the music by Rob Hubbard, as you said. Edwin didn't work on a whole lot of games. Prodigy was the other one, and just got thanks on that, although I'm not sure thanks for what. Probably just for being super cool. Oh, Bendy? Okay. Unfortunately, it's back to the lungs for you. Yeah, the whole getting set back is pretty brutal for this. Like, Bendy Human did make it all the way to the stomach, but unfortunately wasn't able to beat it and just keeps going back a little more each time.
Yeah, I was immensely frustrated trying this game out, but I'm not a Okami.
Yeah, welcome to Okami. That's just kind of how it goes. The music is just so cool, though. I really dig this. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, as I said, it's a C64 mantra. At least the music is good.
Yep. For those who don't know, Rob Hubbard, an absolute legend when it comes to video game music. You take a look at some of the music that he's worked on. The various Monty Mole games, which a lot of them absolutely great. Sim Coaster looks like did some of the voice recording for Sim Coaster. Some Madden games, Nuclear Strike, Soviet Strike, yay, those sound great. But then scrolling down way far back, we get to The Immortal. Y'all know that. Road Rash 2 doing the music for that. Road Rash 1. Populous for Super Nintendo. Sword of Sedan for Genesis. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. We can ignore that one. Skater Die, Skater Die 2. What was that?
Yeah. And Okami beats the game.
Okami beats the game. We've got the heart attack. Well, everybody, I think we can call this possibly the fastest match of the tournament so far.
Yeah, I was kind of prepared for this and scheduled this as the last game of the day.
Okay, so we are calling it because we have the game completed. That is the end of the match. Very early, but that is sometimes how it goes. Kusogrand8 started not really having specific rules for how long a match goes, and occasionally we jump back into that. So congratulations, Okami, on the victory. You gave him a heart attack.
Hooray.
Well, that was rude.
I like giving people heart attacks, like the GM when I beat their game like 20 minutes in, apparently.
There is no long play of this that I could find because level 4 is bugged and I had you skip it.
Yeah. You know, oftentimes when you have a heart attack, you look like this guy. He just looks very sad.
I too get sad when I have a heart attack.
Yeah, we need to I need to screenshot this for Bendy Human. Bendy Human, hello, welcome.
I'll get it for you.
Hey, pretty fast match here. Honestly, went like I'm not too surprised. Commodore 64 games can be very short, and it's not too surprising to have one of them. But as the last match for the day, it works. I'm fine with that. So, what do you think of this fever dream of a game? Either of you. Yeah, Bendy.
I'll go ahead. Yeah, so I think the fundamental issue with this game is you move so slowly. And I feel like they're trying to do a thing where, like, every single level is different. There's variety, but there's really not variety. It's always just moving very slowly, collecting the stuff, dodging the other stuff. It's not fun. Not a good game.
It is an intriguing mechanic to have it when you get hit. Instead of it being treated like a traditional death, I got sent back to the previous stage, and I assume that can be chained.
I found that aggravating.
Yeah, it can be chained. I mean, the only other game that Oh, go ahead.
Well, when you first get to a new level, there's a certain amount of experimentation. Even with the manual, you need to mess around a little to figure out what you're doing.
Oh, yeah.
And so many times I'd get to a new level for the first time, and I'd just immediately die. Like, they throw you right in the deep end.
Yeah, it's a little rude in that regard. With that said, with how it sends you back to previous levels, with how unfair it is, it makes me think of Escape from Atlantis, which never got released for good reasons. Whereas for Commodore 64, you know, I wouldn't say this is the worst game on Commodore 64 by far. It works mostly.
No, I think there's for Commodore 64 standards, I think there's an audience for a game like this. Maybe not with the same backdrop of being a germ. Your mileage may vary on that one, but the actual game itself, like, I could see myself getting enjoyment from that if I grew up on a Commodore 64.
Yeah, but if I were a kid playing this, I'd think it's kind of funny. Look, I gave him a heart attack, and then parents come and be like, "What are you playing, son?"
That is that what shaped your childhood, Prosentia? Being excited about giving somebody a heart attack?
Honestly, if it's Gerry the Germ, yeah.
Okay,
I never played it as a kid. No, but
I feel like the game was trying very hard to be funny. Like, if you read the manual, just the language they use, they're like, "Hey kids, this is a wacky, silly, inside the human body adventure," but like, it's not funny. If you played this game without the context of the manual, like if you just see the game itself, it's really not funny.
There are also some very specific British jokes that, we're not the audience. Like the fact that the pancreas sounds like the name of a train station, and that's why you're on a train. That's the joke there.
Andy, how far did you end up making it?
I made it to, let's see.
The stomach.
Is it the stomach? Yeah, the stomach.
Oh, the Donkey Kong-esque stage.
I think I made it about halfway up that first ladder, and there was just so many dudes that there's nothing I could do.
Oh god, I got the stomach first try. It looked like it was gonna be a pain, and I'm sure if I got sent back to the stomach and had to redo it, it was going to be a pain.
Honestly,
I was so cautious my first time getting there because I knew, like, okay, if I get past this is gonna be huge, but just couldn't quite pull it out. That was a brutal level.
The nice thing about the stomach was the place where you spawn is a safe spot, so I had some time to look over the information we were given before actually tackling the stage.
That's smart. I did feel like in the other levels, the enemies had very predictable movements, so if you can kind of plan in advance like that, you can develop a strategy for sure.
Yeah, I noticed that very early on. Took me a few goes at the last stage because I didn't realize, I just had to walk up to the heart to finish the game. I thought, now it's getting even harder to hit the heart. Okay. I ended up getting sent back to the stage before, which fortunately isn't that hard of a stage when you figure it out. I did it pretty consistently anytime I got sent back to it.
Well, it helps when you get to skip the entire first part, right?
Truth.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, great job to both of you. I know, Bendy Human, it was a very short match, but you're not eliminated. You're going to the loser's bracket. You'll have another shot at one of these kind of weird, why would you make this game? I personally think that, like, if you're making something small like this and not selling it for much, go ahead and make your silly thing. You know, there are going to be people who have a laugh. There are going to be people who don't like it. Even if it's not the best, put your ideas out there. Somebody else might make a germ-based video game that's actually fun.
Yeah.
I described this game on stream as a poop joke sold for £8.99.
That's pretty expensive for a poop joke. Gotta be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
especially one that wasn't that funny. It's pretty hard to screw up a poop joke, but I don't know, it just wasn't funny.
Okay, if I want a game with poop jokes and vomit jokes, I'll just go play Panic for Sega CD. That game goes places.
Well, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and wrap up. So, Okami, what are you doing these days? You're streaming over at your channel. Have anything going on that people should know about?
Yeah, I usually stream Retro Book Club every Friday evening. And what did we have this past week? We had Mario Pinball Land, which we had in Kusogrand8 earlier this season.
Oh, yeah.
We had another game that I think I recognized from Kusogrand8, Inspector Gadget's Crazy Maze.
Yep, that was also on GDQ. The cutscenes are beautiful.
Let's see, and I gave out Fatal Labyrinth for Genesis. So we have a large variety of stuff that you can learn about in a more casual setting. If you want to try some jank like you see here on Kusogrand8, but you don't want the pressure of racing games, I've also been every week streaming UFO 50, trying to get the cherry rank in every game, and I believe I'm on game 12 now, going in order. And that's been fun. UFO 50, turns out people weren't kidding when they said it's the best bang for your buck game out there in a good while.
Yeah, it's definitely worth checking out, I think. I think other people have vibed with it probably more than I have, but it's still enjoyable. Now, What about you, Bendy Human? What are you doing? Anything you want to plug, or if not, any games that you're playing lately?
So the main thing I'm involved with these days is retro achievements.
Yeah.
If anyone hasn't heard of that, it's basically exactly what it sounds like. You can set up emulators to earn achievements in old retro games, and it's pretty much the coolest thing ever. I'm on the events team for the site, so maybe you have heard of it, but you don't know about the events side of things. We are always putting on all kinds of new cool events. It's basically an opportunity to experience these old games together with other people at the same time. Sometimes you get to do some cool collaboration or competition, so check out the Retro Achievements events. We have some really good stuff going on.
Yeah, sweet. I'm really glad that people are digging into that and really enjoying it. Well, thank you so much. Donkey Clonk, anything that you want to plug before we go?
Just my pinball tables as usual.
Yes. Feel free. You're always welcome to link whenever you'd like. Donkey Clonk has made some great virtual pinball tables. I've played a couple of them, and I really need to dig into your latest one because you put a lot of heart into that. Now, we are done.
Furry trash.
Oh, what's that? Oh, yeah, it's furry
And
trash.
it's also furry trash.
Yeah, welcome to Furry Trash. Well, we'll be back with Kusogrand8 tomorrow. Otherwise, other things happening during the week. I'm still working on Magpie, so, streams probably aren't going to be as frequent as I'd like, but that's because I'm doing work. Let's raid the Mystery Fun House, and do we have a good raid message? There wasn't anything really from...
What was that
my wife.
word game that you were playing earlier?
I don't know why we're shouting about my wife, but let's go ahead. You can share sad emotes with it as well, pretend that our wife left us. That's how it goes. All right, everybody, I'll see you, some of you tomorrow. I hope you all have fun. Take care. See ya, Okami. See ya, Bendy.
Hi, Fred.
Bye, Donkey Clonk.